Where are you both on Onana? I know it's always hard when you single out a player, but we've got to, because this guy is doing, in the eyes of many United fans, Stuart, more bad than good in his position as goalkeeper of Manchester United. So at the moment, the jury's out on him, but for how much longer?
Jim, we've just come out of 5 years of criticism of De Gea and whether he was good enough to wear the shirt for a long period of time.
There were some United fans the other day, Stuart, saying, get him back.
Oh, Schmeichel, I can understand potentially.
This was De Gea.
I think it's going to take him a while. You've bought a goalkeeper to your football club for what he does with his feet, as well as his goalkeeping attributes. I think you've got to be patient with him. What are you going to do? Do you think your second choice goalkeeper's better than your first? You can't just jock one out the team and then stick one in who you don't think is going to improve your team, because you can't make a change. And can you get a better one in January? Can you get a better one next summer?
Well, apparently they've got this backup goalkeeper, Altay Bayindia, who is desperate to play, as you might imagine. But he's waiting in the wings. I mean, Stuart, you two are great defenders. What does it do for a defender's mindset when you look around and you think, I'm not sure about him?
You can only ever win the big prizes in world football if you've got a top goalkeeper. He had Dave Seaman behind him.
Is Onana a top goalkeeper?
Not at the moment, he isn't, no.
But it is, to make that change going into that cauldron of St James's Park is probably the wrong moment.
Exactly that.
Although it could be the making of the new goalkeeper. But at the same time, I think it's one of those with goalkeepers. Onana was, incidentally, was involved in an incident in the World Cup. He was actually sent home from Cameroon World Cup this time last year, wasn't he? Because he fell out with the manager. So there is a person.
That's right. He questioned his tactics.
There is a personality there.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. We assume he's a stable type individual, but I think at the moment, if he's the first choice, I think you got to back him. But if he gets it wrong in this one, then time must be up for him as a goalkeeper there, because you can't keep making this catalogue of errors that he's making right now.
But what does it do to your mindset? I mean, Martin, you're David Seaman, so I mean, behind you, you thought reliability. We know what we've got. I don't think the United players don't know what this guy's going to do next.
No, but we've all been through periods where goalkeepers, the first team goalkeeper doesn't play, and you do your utmost to make sure he doesn't have to make a save. I learned very young as a youth team player, don't listen necessarily or wait for the goalkeeper, get there yourself. But this is a top international goalkeeper who should be performing much better than he is. But it'd be interesting, Ten Hag. I think he might well come out in support of the player, and you might see something different here. And we talked about their league form, 5 wins from 6. So you may feel that it's the Champions League particularly where he's letting himself down and the club down.
Yeah.
So I pretty well think he was going to stick with him, Stuart.
I mean, it seems almost too obvious, but do Newcastle target Onana tomorrow if they see him playing?
I would, if I was taking free kicks, that's for sure. I would get one on target as quickly as I humanly could. Your question was about the mindset of defenders when you've got a goalie behind you. I've played with goalkeepers where you think, you know what, we're having a lot of the play, but if the opposition have a shot on target, the idiot behind me is going to drop one in. And it absolutely ruins you as a team. Honestly, when you think our goalkeeper could drop one in at any moment. But the flip side of that is if you've got a Shilton or a Seaman or a Schmeichel in goal behind you, or Edison, or the world-class ones, all of a sudden...
Peter Shilton was worth 10 points every season, wasn't
Indeed.
As Brian Clough used to say.
You can't win back-to-back European Cups without Peter Shilton in goal for your football club. It's impossible.
If Onana plays, does that give Newcastle the edge?
I don't think it gives the edge, because he's also got the ability, Jim, to pull off a wonderful save to keep his team in it. It's just that he's been responsible for one or two things. If I was them, I'd get early possible opportunity shots on target and chase him down, because he portrays a goalkeeper that's got supreme confidence. That, when you're not having a good time, belies a real nervousness. If I was a striker, I would get on my front foot chasing everything down that goes back.
But when you take Newcastle to win it.
Yes, I do. 3-1.
Martin?
I'm with that. Yeah, I mean, you're almost caught in a storm now when you go to St James's Park. Such is the atmosphere, the way they play. It used to be Liverpool, didn't it? That cathedral of noise. But St James's Park now is really close second, I believe.
Yeah.
If not in front of that now.
Well, it's live in talkSPORT tomorrow night. Stuart Pearce will be there, 8 o'clock. Newcastle hosting Manchester United, live in talkSPORT. Does Onana play? We'll see.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.